So how was it? Were you able to fully understand the woman's opinion and be able to say it back through the question? I hope so. Let's move on to question 4. As you can see, question 4 says, the professor describes 2 examples. Describe how his examples illustrate the concept of supranational organization. As you know, there's a reading section for this question that you will read before you listen to the professor's examples. The reading explains what a supranational organization is, different countries working together for one common goal or purpose. Then, the professor speaks for about 2 or 3 minutes, giving a couple different examples of supranational organizations. Catching what the professor says is very important, and making sure that you get thorough notes on his examples so that you can state them back during your time to speak. For this question, you have 50 seconds to read, and again, you have 30 seconds for preparation, 60 seconds to speak. So let's move on to the notes. For this question, I have supranational organization as the main topic, professor's examples as the subtopic. That's what we're going to be speaking about. So, did you catch his examples? Number 1 was the WHO, which stands for the World Health Organization. He uses the acronym and the full name in his time of speaking. His example says, nations can work together to fight the flu and other forms of disease. That's the purpose of the WHO, a great example of a supranational organization. His second example is the EU, or the European Union, something that's been around for almost 100 years. The European Union was established to help control economic problems and stability by allowing trade throughout Europe. These are things that he covers extensively. One good thing about this listening video when the professor is speaking is that he speaks nice and slowly. So, if your listening is up to par, you should be able to clearly understand what he's saying and catch the examples. As you know from looking at the questions, you already know that there's 2 examples that he's going to speak about. So, before he even starts speaking, you can put your layout like this if you like, because you know there's going to be 2 examples before he even gives them. So then you're prepared to catch the examples. So, let's see how you do on this one. Hopefully you're getting a little more comfortable question by question. Go ahead. So did you think he was easy to listen to? As I said, it's good that he speaks slowly. It's easy to understand and catch what he says, even when he uses bigger words like supranational or organization. Okay, let's go on to question 5. Question 5. The students discuss 2 possible solutions to the man's problem. Briefly summarize the problem, then state which solution you recommend and why. Question 5 is the same in every TOEFL test. There's always one problem, 2 solutions, and then they want your suggestion of which solution is best. So again, you can set up your notes so that you know exactly what to write down where. For this question, you have 20 seconds preparation time, so not quite as much as question 3 and 4. But if you get good at taking notes, it should be enough. Your response time is 60 seconds or 1 minute, same as question 3 and 4. So that's a time that will be easy to get used to because 4 out of the 6 questions are a minute long. Let's look at the notes for this question. The main topic is the man's problem, as I mentioned. You know that the man's going to have a problem, so make sure that you are able to take good notes on that and write it down as quickly as possible. The problem will always be presented first in question 5, so that's something to look out for. The subtopic is the problem and 2 solutions. Again, you're going to be suggesting a solution, so don't forget that. Here's the problem over here. The man said he's having difficulty with his hard chemistry class, and he's also a writer for the school newspaper. So basically, he doesn't have time to do everything at once. He's just running out of time, as he explains down here. So, there's 2 solutions. Solution 1 is to reduce the writing to once every 2 weeks for the paper. But he says he doesn't want to do that because he doesn't want to disappoint his readers, as some of the other students on campus follow his columns. The second solution is to find an easier chemistry class. But he's not really willing to do that either because he says he's already learned that material and he enjoys the challenge. So, the challenge for you is to decide which solution you think is better, solution 1 or solution 2, and then be able to explain why. So, get ready for this question. Try to give yourself about 20 seconds to really think about it before you speak for 1 minute. And remember to choose which solution. So, question 5, every test. You're going to have a problem, 2 solutions, and then choose the solution that you think is best. Were you able to fit everything in? Question 5 can be a little tough because now 60 seconds is starting to feel like not very long because you have to present 4 different things, 1 problem, 2 solutions, and your suggestion. So once you get used to practicing this question, you'll know about how much time to spend on each section of the problem. Okay, on to the next question. Question 6 says, using points and examples from the talk, describe the 2 senses used in animal migration. Animal migration is the moving of a herd or flock of animals, which usually happens about once a year. For this question, you have 20 seconds preparation time and 60 seconds for response time. Now, you can just look at the question and already know what you need to take notes on for the listening section. It says, using points and examples from the talk, describe, right here is the key, 2 senses used in animal migration. So, when they want you to talk about 2 senses, you can probably make a good guess that only 2 senses will be used in the small listening section, and that's what you need to take notes on. So let's look at the notes for that. So animal migration is the main topic, the big picture of what we're talking about. 2 senses is the subtopic, the breakdown of the big question. The first example is sight. The speaker clearly says that sight is used by ducks as they look at the stars when flying at night. I wrote, ducks use the stars to know which direction to fly when migrating. So that was a clear example. She says sight and seeing a couple different times, so I hope that you can catch that. Second example is smell. Salmon can smell certain scents which help them to know which direction to swim. Again, she says smell and scent a couple times, so it should be pretty easy to pick out these two examples. So make sure that when you're speaking, all you have to do is restate what the speaker said about the two examples in animal migration. That should be it. So just remember, answering the question is the most important thing. Don't answer with your own opinion if they want the opinion of someone else, unless it's question 1 and 2, which are personal questions. Good luck, and